I Don't Like That podcast is now available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Well, howdy.
Howdy.
She's back.
She's back.
On the farm.
I bet you're wondering why we're talking like this. It's because it's officially July 1st, and you know what that means. It's straight Pride Month. That's right.
Actually, you know what it is, though?
I know what today is. Why don't you?
It's a special day.
And not giddy up. You tell us what day is today.
Today
or
is.
do I say
You
it?
say it.
Oh, you guys, today is July 1st. It's the episode releasing today, which means it is Canada Day.
Canada Day.
What?
Happy Canada Day to our Canadian listeners.
Absolutely. And if you're watching, you can.
Tell-
if you're listening,
You might want to go watch.
You might want to watch, see the outfits we got going on because we switched.
Yeah, you are in a classic 90s Vancouver Canucks hockey jersey because sports.
Because straight Pride Month. Because sports.
And
Yeah, what's the
I'm
back?
just a humble
Why does the
cattle
back,
rancher.
Why does the back feel like
Because
that?
there's a number on the back.
Oh, why did they put numbers on them?
Because sports.
Is that for sports?
And I
Because it's regionals.
am a humble cattle rancher.
She's a humble
I'm in
cattle
my
rancher.
Kylie Sonique love cosplay.
Absolutely. She's shoveling manure. Is that what you decided? Feeding the hogs.
Because also this week is the 4th of July.
Oh, boy.
American Independence Day.
Can we
So I am
not?
dressed
I'm
like
looking for Liberty
this.
America, but can we just sit home this year?
And you are dressed
I'm dressed in
You're a Canuck.
Canada.
Canada.
Canadian.
Do you know the amount of times people say Canada to me
Sure.
is
I love that.
staggering.
I personally love that.
I go, what are they teaching children in these
I
schools?
would do it, but it'd be I like to mix the words around anyways.
So
Like,
it would just be like, whatever,
I love
Bobby.
Fitzgerald. What did I say? I love Fitzgerald.
Nevadan.
Nevadan. I like to switch things up, but
Keep us on our
Canadian,
toes.
Canadian.
Canadian.
I'm from Kansas, and people.
It's very
like
confusing.
it's Kansan, but some people will say.
Do you know that there's one place in Canada called Kananaskis?
I live.
Say it.
Where Canassus.
No. Kananaskis.
Calabasas.
Kananaskis.
Cananassus. Cananassus.
Kananaskis.
Cananascus.
It's a park, like a provincial park in Alberta. Kananaskis
cute.
Park.
In Alberta.
Yeah.
Can you go over the order? Okay, first of all, you guys welcome to I Don't Like That
Welcome to the I Don't Like That podcast. And,
Thank you. Welcome. Can you go over the from left to right?
Listen, we're going to get there.
I
have some-
left to right. What are these? I could do all the 50 states, but you guys have like how many provinces?
Just wait.
Why- I wanna
I'm giving you
know.
some
I'm
Canadian history
scared.
today. So because it is July 1st, we're going to learn about Canada Day.
And a little bit about America. A little bit about America.
Because I am still learning about America, and so actually kind of enjoy it.
We have listeners in Florence, Italy.
We have-
And they might want to know.
They might want to know.
Come on, let us know when Italy Day is.
Yes.
Every day. I had
mean,
cacio de pepe today.
Listen,
for
we
lunch.
talked about it yesterday about how we need to go to Italy. We need to go on a little trip.
God,
ski.
I haven't been in 3 years, and like the itch. I get the Italian itch. I just need truffle pasta. I need to go to Italy. It's my favorite country on earth. I know it's
We need
not,
to go.
but it's my favorite country on earth.
Yeah. And let us know when Italy Day is.
Before we get into Canada, all this, but also, what's your favorite place to visit? Just to.
I mean, Europe in general.
Just
I
Europe.
can't really pick one because I love different countries for different reasons.
I hear you, absolutely. There's different things in every country.
Yeah, like I loved when we went to Thailand. I loved when we went to Florence and the Amalfi Coast.
Florence, oh my God. Bora
The island of
Bora was-
Capri.
what
Buying
was it?
Gucci in Italy just hits different.
It does. I bought an Apple AirTag in Italy and it hit different. It hit different. It's my favorite AirTag.
Oh, it's just different.
But let's start. We'll look at this a little catch up because June is over.
It is
We
officially
did it.
over. We survived.
We survived.
Barely.
Pride Month and birthday month. And
Barely.
barely survived. I have been drinking water.
Hydrating?
Lots of water. I don't think I
Maybe
drank
we should
water.
go like do a spa day and get some IV drips or
Oh
something.
God, that's a good idea. A
With
spa
our new
day.
health.
Oh, we still have to
plan.
do aura pictures.
Yes, we got a lot of things to do on the list.
But this week we also did. We went to the cute. We went to that cute event for
Yes.
Youngblood Cosmetics.
Youngblood Cosmetics invited us to go to their pop-up event for their ready-to-wear resort cosmetics line that just
was
came
so
out.
cute.
Super, super
The
cute.
event was so cute. It
They
was in
actually had a
Santa
dress
Monica.
code. Yeah.
We drove all the way to Santa Monica for it.
So far.
Yeah, they had
So far.
coconuts with their logo on it.
Everything branded.
Yeah, everything was like, and it was just like they kind of we walked up to check in, and they had those like hotel keys.
Yep.
And I mean, we came living the fantasy.
Yeah,
all
they said
day.
to dress like resort wear, beachy. So we 100% committed. I'm sure if you've seen my posts on social, on Instagram, I posted some reels and on TikTok.
And I'm a Four Seasons whore, so
You loved it.
I'm an improver too, so I immediately was like, "Is the room's not ready? Okay, well we'll just go up here and check out
Where are
this-
free drinks then?
the free drinks."
Yeah,
So we
and
went out,
snacks.
and I lived the fantasy: snacks, drinks,
Charcuterie,
so
honeycomb.
cute. Oh, honeycomb! You guys, honeycomb is slept on the charcuterie board.
Listen, we had like different salamis and different things, and then we're putting honeycomb on top of that, and then a little piece of cheese. Pop it in your mouth. You'll thank us later.
Absolutely. I mean, it was honeycomb with cheese and salami. Like, honeycomb is just sat on. Also, jam is sometimes sat on those things. It's
See,
so
I
good.
love a figgy jam. Have you ever had like
Yes,
the
of course,
fig
a
jam?
fig jam.
Yeah, figgy jam.
Jam.
We are a huge supporters of fig jam in this house.
Oh, love
Little
a fig jam.
like bougie, rainforest crackers. You know those ones? Have you had them? I'm sure you've seen them.
I'm sure I have.
We do that with like figgy jam and a piece of brie.
Yeah.
Pop it in your mouth.
Yum. Brie, I will say, I like brie, but it's not my go-to on the charcuterie board. My go-tos are definitely the Parmesan chunks.
Yeah.
God, I've just popped one of those.
Mr. Italy loves Parmesan cheese.
I love me some Parmesan. We are going to go to Italy, and we might do this in Santa Monica, but we've been talking about eating one of the pastas that comes right off the wheel.
Yes.
The wheel of cheese.
We've been looking everywhere for this. And like I found some spots in LA, and there was one in Marina Del Rey, which we actually wanted to go to before going to Cowboy Carter.
Beyonce.
Checked the bracelet.
But we didn't go.
We didn't go because you couldn't get you can't make reservations.
And we didn't have time that day.
But
We
we're
were
not
on
going
a
to wait.
schedule.
Yeah, we had a schedule, so you can't just go wait for an hour to get a table.
I've been to that place. I've been to
It's like right in Marina Del Rey's harbor, kind
my
of.
mentor from college, we went and ate there. We did eat there, but I didn't know. I didn't know this was when you sent me that. I go, this is. I didn't know there was a block and cheese place. I didn't know what I was getting. I didn't know.
But there is other places. There's one in, I think, Beverly Hills that I found. There's definitely one in Studio City, but we don't want to go there.
Well,
Metropolis.
but for the
For the wheel of cheese, maybe we will. But yeah, we're going to do that.
But also, my other go-to is the blue cheese.
You love blue cheese.
cheese
Listen,
whore
on
over
Jeremy's
here.
and Kim's birthday, I made sure that there was blue cheese dressing so you could dip your...
Here's the
chicken
problem
fingers.
with that.
You didn't like it.
No, I love it. I just when it comes to chicken tenders, it's like blue cheese chunks, like of cheese, delicious.
I'll remember these things for next time.
But
Then wasn't up to your satisfaction.
blue cheese dressing, there has to be buffalo dressing, and there wasn't any buffalo.
Wasn't there any buffalo out?
No, there was like a sweet heat, but there wasn't buffalo. So when it comes to blue cheese dressing, it has to be like a
Combo.
dip, yeah, like wings, and you're dipping it into the blue cheese.
Like they have at tap class.
A tap class, 33 Taps, which has yet to sponsor us, no matter how many times we mention them. But then they gave us VIP goodie bags.
Yeah, the goodie bags were heavy.
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 We walked out. That's like a new saying. I was like, this bag is heavy.
Heavy. It was full of all their new product line and every
God.
color that they were putting out for this part of this collection. We had hair tools. There's a
tools.
waiver in there.
There was
brushes.
blush and brushes.
lip
I'm actually
oil.
I do a little blush to make it to get the sun kiss look.
Cute.
So I can't remember what color. Mulberry is maybe what I used.
Oh.
There was 5 freaking different blushes in there, and 5 different. I mean, it was just so many things. We were goodie bags.
Yeah,
I mean, they were
we
heavy.
loved it. It was
Yeah.
very fun, very fashionable, very cutesy.
And then afterwards,
afterwards-
our drive home.
Because I said, we are dressed too cute to just waste this look.
Absolutely.
So I said, why don't we go to Rodeo Drive? Because we took Santa Monica Boulevard all the way down to Santa Monica.
Yeah.
So we would be going past Rodeo Drive and Beverly Hills. So we went to the Beverly Wilshire.
She suggested the Beverly Wilshire, and I don't think she knew or.
I just didn't put 2 and 2 together, even though I know that.
Yeah, my husband worked at the Beverly Wilshire Hotel for our entire relationship up until last year. So I know that.
And
I know them. They know me.
Yeah, and I've always loved the Beverly Wilshire because anytime we go to Rodeo to go shopping, John and I will sit on the patio out front. It is the hotel from
Pretty Woman.
Yes.
The Reach Bevwell, which
Yes.
is now a 4 seasons, and it's called the Beverly Wilshire
Yeah,
4
from
seasons.
Pretty Woman. And so I just like to have my little Pretty Woman moment and have a glass of champagne and a little appetizer, maybe some oysters out front of the Beverly Wilshire. So that's what I wanted us to do.
Yeah.
But
I was like, let's go. So we went. There's Boulevard and there's Cut Lounge. My husband worked at Cut Restaurant, Cut Lounge. My husband worked at Cut for that many years, and then we went to Boulevard first, and we were like, let's sit outside. They go, there's a minimum, and I wasn't drinking. I was like, I'm hydrating.
we're in a full hydration mode.
I was like, I don't know if we'll spend this, even though it's not.
Too hard to with
It's
like
not
one
hard
drink
to.
and one order of fries.
But we'd also filled up on charcuterie. But so
We weren't starving or
Then I
anything.
go, well, let's go to Cut
Yeah.
Lounge, the bar.
Yeah.
And of course, I know
Bobby
the
knew
bar.
everyone.
I know everybody, and they hooked it up. They sent out sliders.
Caesar. Thank you, Caesar.
Thank you, Caesar. Caesar is my husband's ex-boyfriend.
And Carrie the bartender.
Carrie the bartender. Ian the GM.
Yeah.
I could go on, and I really should.
And then after we just had a little, sit there for a second, and then Brennan,
who's
still supposed to be on the pod.
Who's in the? I think he's here. We're just gonna. When he comes out, he's still gonna be our guest. I just hope we have time for him today. Brennan plays at the
Boulevard.
He plays at the Boulevard every Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Mm-hmm.
So we got to see him play for a little bit. Yeah.
He's also like, let's kill time. We got there at 5. He starts at 6, so we kill time. And he saw us sitting at the
Little
Cut
bar.
Lounge, and he was like, "You guys came to see me," and I was like, sure,
Yes!
of course we did."
But it all worked out. It was great.
Yeah, and so then we walked over and listened to Brendan do his thing on the piano. He's so freaking talented. And maybe he'll play something for when he comes on the pod today.
And remember that guy that was just living for him.
Okay, this happens every time I go see Brendan perform piano at the Beverly Wilshire. There's always some sort of hotel superfan. Last time it was a lady all in red, and she's,
Dancing?
Brendan's playing piano and like doing, every kind of song. He'll do old, new.
He did Abracadabra for us
Abracadabra,
in
and
a
it's
jazz version of
And
Abracadabra.
we're talking. We actually went to a serious conversation, and finally, 2 verses in, I go, "Oh, he's playing Abracadabra," and he just looks. He goes into the microphone. "It took you 2 verses to realize I was playing Abracadabra." And I was like, "Well, I noticed."
Well-
But this lady was.
Yeah.
And then this time it was this older gentleman
Who was just
and he
booping
was
and bopping. He was just like,
clapping,
boop, boop.
and he was living, and I was like, this
He was
happens every
tipping.
time. He was tipping.
We loved it.
And then I loved to every time go to kind of across the bar, go, "Hey, I'm with Warner Brothers Music. You got what it takes, kid.
Come down to the studio. Let's
been-
get you a record."
You've been discovered."
And Brennan's like, shut the fuck
Oh
up.
my God. Brendan, Brendan is very improv. Yes, and he goes, "Oh yeah, I'm down at the studio." Brendan leans in. And so then that was our
cute.
little romp.
Romp around.
A little romp around. And then
Yeah.
cute little Beverly
Afternoon.
Wilshire. So thank you. And then did you see you tagged Brendan, and then I reposted it, but tagged the Beverly Wilshire.
Yes.
And then they reposted it.
Oh, I didn't see
And
that.
you didn't see that. 4 Seasons is always really good about reposting.
Social media stuff.
Yeah, because we post like every
Everything.
vacation we've been. I've stayed in over 30 4 Seasons. I should do a list.
You
of
should
the
do a
best.
list.
I have a list of the best.
Break it down.
And
Why?
the worst.
And the worst. Oof.
You want to know the worst?
Woof. Yeah.
I think the worst is actually
Say it.
Santa Barbara.
Really?
Yeah, it's only because it's out of date. And I was just like so underwhelmed. Even though I love to go sit on the patio and wear like a big sweater and pretend like I'm in Pretty Little Lies, and have to like pick up the kids.
Yeah.
I live the fantasy.
Yeah.
I live the fantasy everywhere I go.
That is how we live our lives, to be completely
we live
honest.
this fantasy, but I just think it's just dated, and I don't think they've reopened. So I feel comfortable saying it. They have not reopened since COVID,
Got
and I
it.
say, okay, do
Do a full reno.
Yeah, do a full reno because it's just so it feels like grandma's curtains in there, and I like
And
it.
not in a cute, kitschy, campy way.
No, it's not camp. They're serious. They're serious in there.
Are they beige?
Oh, it's beige.
Oh, we
And
don't like
And
beige.
like beige florals. I was trying to look for something back here.
No,
but
there's nothing
will.
here that is going to be a beige.
Nothing
The only thing that's more
here.
closest to a beige would be a leopard print.
Yeah, that would be too much
Yeah.
for them. This isn't a Viceroy, Jesus. So, okay, yeah. And then, I'm going to do a list.
Okay.
My 4 seasons list.
Interesting.
That's
cool.
a good top 10. Maybe I'll have David as a guest because he's been to 40-something. I've been to
David,
30-something.
as a guest with us, he would kill us.
David would not get a word in.
No.
David would not
We would
get
be
a word
we'd
in.
like finishing his sentences.
Yeah, we were like, so, David, what's it like to be married? Well, I'll tell you what it's like. So that's, our little ketchup of the week. Speaking of ketchup.
Ketchup chips.
Well, ketchup chips.
Canada.
Sick.
Canada. Have you never had a ketchup chip?
No, I haven't. And I'm not interested.
Hurricane Lorraine is bringing you ketchup chips.
Blah, blah.
They're so good.
Oh, I am
Canadian
not.
listeners.
I like ketchup, but a ketchup
chip?
I just had a chicken chip downstairs.
How was that?
Not a fan.
Not a fan. They're
It
very
wasn't
dry.
bad. It was dry. It was flat. I just didn't.
Nothing is as good as a good old potato.
No, nothing good as. Speaking of potatoes and ketchup, we got to talk about. Well, I don't know if Canada, but that's very.
Canada's known for poutine, which is made of fries. There you go.
All right, we're gonna talk about poutine because I'm not. I need a definition. But yeah, so this was our really long transition.
Yes, but we were going to talk about Canada
first.
So
and
yeah,
then we'll
so
talk
once
about
again,
America.
happy Canada Day to everybody out there who celebrates. Obviously, I am Canadian. I'm born in Victoria, BC.
Yes.
Now living in Los Angeles.
And I'm not from there, but I.
You are today.
play
You're an
hockey.
honorary Canadian.
I play
You're an
hockey
honorary
there.
Canadian.
I am.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Do I get like a poutine or maple syrup?
We can work on a little basket.
Do you
Because
guys have
then you have to have some ketchup chips.
Do you guys have an animal? It's probably moose.
It's a beaver.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's hear.
We're gonna get to it.
Let's hear a little
So
bit about
I get
Canada.
asked this a lot about like what Canada Day is, and I'm always just like, it's Canada Day, like
No,
because
great
Independence Day, 4th of July, it's Independence Day,
You know,
America.
let me ask you actually. What is Canada Day?
Okay, Canada Day commemorates the anniversary of the Constitution Act of 1867, which united several British North American colonies into the Dominion of Canada. And originally it was called Dominion Day until the name was changed in 1982.
Oh, I wasn't born yet.
No, it was a little bit before our time.
Before you were born.
Yes. So, I mean, it is a celebration of, the Canadian people celebrating their different cultures and their history. And basically, it's just an excuse for everybody to have a good time and come together and hang out and have barbecues and stuff. I mean, it's very 4th of July-esque.
Is it? You guys, it's like barbecue-y.
Oh, it's barbecue fireworks.
Fireworks?
Yes.
You guys have fireworks?
We have fireworks.
Fireworks illegal up there?
Different areas, different rules.
Okay, yeah,
Same
that
kind
makes
of thing
sense.
as in the States.
In Calgary, was it legal?
I don't remember because they would do fireworks shows that we would go
Okay,
to.
right.
So I don't know if they would, I think you'd have to go to certain areas to like buy them for yourself.
Yeah.
But like cities would put on giant firework shows.
So California is not legal, but Disney has fireworks every night.
Yeah,
so
and
you
like-
can do, there's
That's what
how
I
it
mean.
works.
So, and like on the 4th of July, they, different areas, there'll be like the West Hollywood fireworks, for example, or Santa Monica fireworks or Venice Beach or whatever it is, will do their big show for their area. And the same kind of thing goes in Canada.
Okay. Wow, I did not know that Canada had, first of all, their own day.
Canada
Second
Day.
of all, that it's very 4th of July-esque.
Yes, 4th of July-esque.
Okay, and they're,
Yes.
and it's just suspiciously like they're both around the same time.
Yes.
That's
and
suspicious.
yeah,
'Cause
that's
also Boxing Day is the day after Christmas, which Christmas isn't American.
no.
No matter what some of y'all fucking want, Christmas is not an American holiday, but it is an excuse to party. Continue.
All right. So, going along with all of that, here are a few little fun facts about Canada itself, since I feel like you don't know enough about my country. The national anthem, have you heard it?
Oh, Canada.
Yeah, there you go. See, honorary Canadian. Oh, Canada officially became the national anthem of Canada in 1980. I was actually surprised. So now I really want to ask my mom, like, what was happening before that?
Yeah, what was it? Was it just Celine Dion on the radio?
Could have been.
Yeah.
Shania Twain and her.
Yeah. Oh,
Back to back.
Shania's Canadian.
Yes.
Damn, I feel like a woman.
Shania Twain, Celine Dion, and me.
I was raised by Shania.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's an icon. We are the second largest country by landmass in the world.
Russia first.
Yep.
Trash.
We have 2 official languages.
Can we say that? Yeah, we can. I know some nice Russians, but you guys stop.
Everyone just
Stop
get
being
along.
mean.
Stop being mean.
God.
There's 2 official languages. English, and French.
Okay.
And French being the most spoken and main language in the province of Quebec, which is on the East Coast for those who don't know.
Okay, that makes sense geographically.
And they always
So they're
say,
closest to
yes,
France.
and my dad, like I've said before, is from Switzerland. So I grew up speaking French at home, but it was the European French. So it is different than European French. So European French speakers don't like Quebecois speakers, and Quebecois French speakers don't like European French speakers because they both think that the one is right and one is wrong.
It reminds me a little bit of the New Orleans has like a very French.
Yes, those are influences
Creole,
because people came down from the East Coast of Canada down to New Orleans.
Cool. Okay. We're learning.
Fun
We're
facts
all
that I
learning.
actually learned while doing the Making Towns episode for AEW's channel about New Orleans.
Oh, I love New Orleans.
Yes. Canada produces 71% of
Maple
syrup of the world.
Oh wow! I knew it.
Yeah, we love some sugar.
Oh boy. Ugh.
Yeah. It's part of the Commonwealth. Do you know what the Commonwealth is?
Yes, it's a common.
Constitutional monarchy with King Charles III being the head of state. So that's why there's like things like when I was growing up, I remember the Commonwealth Games. So it's like Australia, Canada. There's a bunch, a giant conglomerate of,
You just
countries.
reminded me, my good girlfriend, who I've been movies with before, Lindsay Eberts, is a shout out to you, girl. She does maple syrup. She makes maple syrup.
She does maple
She
syrup.
does maple syrup. She like posts
It's
it.
her identity. That's all she does.
She posts it during the
In the
like
winter?
the winter and all like the lines that go through the
sap.
trees
And
and the sap. It's
yeah.
really. I was like, I think it was
Well,
like
if you're-
2 winters ago. I was like, girl, I'm invested in this story.
Yeah, and if you ever go, especially, and this is very, I mean, when I was growing up, I'd hear about it all the time, is like when in the snowier parts of Canada in the wintertime, is they like collect snow and put our maple syrup on it, almost like a snow cone, and eat it.
That does not sound good to me. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. So there's a reason that what I'm saying about the Commonwealth thing is because we have the Queen on our money. And I guess
Yes.
now, I guess the King would be on the money,
Okay.
but I haven't seen
I know, I just
new
thought-
Canadian money recently, so I don't
Hey,
know.
Lindsay, send us some of that syrup and we'll eat it live. We'll eat it live on the
I don't know where
pod.
we're going to get snow, but we'll make some.
We'll just eat the syrup.
We'll just drink the syrup.
Well, we don't know where we're going to get snow around here. You don't have an ice crusher.
Oh, that's true. We have Laura's.
We have Laura's ice crusher. Laura
It's ours.
is also
Also, by the time this podcast comes out, Laura will have given birth.
to a baby
Boy.
boy. Yeah. And another June birthday is just what we need right about fucking now.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
So going on along with your Canadian education, so we have 6 different time zones. We also have the longest international border in the world with the United States.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay, that makes sense.
People don't realize how big Canada is. Like,
It's
because
the entire stretch of the...
yes, but
then
and
you
then it
guys
goes
go
up, right?
Yeah.
And it goes out like this. It's doesn't even go straight. And I like the amount of times when I would visit the U.S. when I was growing up, people were like, "Do you know Sarah from Ontario?"
Well, yes.
And I was
Sarah.
like,
Wait,
Sarah?
Sarah with an H or without an H?
Yeah.
'Cause
But like people just assume like that it's small, or I don't know, or that we just
Oh, no,
there's like 10
I
people
think-
that live there. I don't get it. It's
But
a
also,
massive
how many people live, like, north?
north, not a lot of people.
Yeah, because that sounds awful.
It's very cold.
Cold.
Yeah, the territories.
And it's so random how we got Alaska. That
It's
is
right
so
there next to
random.
Canada. It's just separated by Canada.
Yeah, it's so weird that we ended up with Alaska.
Yeah, I don't
don't
know.
get that.
We should look into that.
We should
How
look
did
at
that
that.
happen?
Alaska. What,
got
what, what happened? The Louisiana Purchase? Is that what happened?
I don't know. But yeah, so most of, if you look, actually, there was a map that came out recently about, where the populations of Canada lie,
Yes, I want to see
right?
that.
Because it's all along more the southern,
Of course.
because it just gets too cold as you go. Because you know who else lives in Canada?
Paul Bunyan. No,
Santa Claus.
wait.
The North Pole is in Canada, everyone.
Hold. Wait. Stop the cameras. What? I thought Santa Claus is American.
No,
I
he's
thought
Canadian.
we had him. He's
That would explain
Canadian?
why he's so nice and he brings gifts.
What about the Arctic and Antarctic? Is it Arctic?
He's-
The Arctic is north, but is that
Antarctica is south.
south? Is the Arctic part of Canada then?
Yes, that whole area is Canada.
You know, I flew over the North Pole once.
Yeah, well, you were looking at Canada.
Cool. Okay. yeah.
Rudolph is Canadian.
Sometimes those flights are so weird
Why?
because we flew from Dubai to.
Oh, yeah, because they're going over the earth.
We went over the earth, and I was just remember thinking when we were doing that flight, I was like, "Don't crash! I can deal with a water land. I could, but if we land in the snow,
And you're cold.
it's fucking over for me.
Yeah, you're done.
Fucking done." Rudolph is Canadian.
He's Canadian.
Oh,
The elves, Canadian.
I feel like we're singing the song wrong. I'd be like, I Rudolph.
Rudolph
That's
the
not
red-nosed
Canadian accent. Go on.
There is a very fun animal that is actually legally protected by Canada.
Not the moose. It's a fun. You said it's a fun animal.
One, yeah.
It's a fun animal in Canada. Not an elk. Fun. Beaver would have been my guess, but that's not
The
it.
Sasquatch, Bigfoot,
Oh.
is actually legally protected in the country of Canada.
Sasquatch is protected in the. Okay. Why not? Why not?
I mean, a lot of Sasquatch sightings are in British Columbia, which is where the province where I'm from.
Okay, yeah. And British Columbia is in the middle.
Nope, on the West Coast, baby.
I knew that. That's where Vancouver is?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. The beaver, like we said earlier, is our national animal. And we have 10 provinces.
Okay, yeah.
We don't have states. We have provinces. 10 provinces and 3 territories.
Oh, what are the provinces within the territory? Are like the territories like big mass?
For example, like I know it has a different name, renamed name now. Was that even English? I don't even know.
No.
Northwest Territories, which is like
French Canadian.
Northwest Territories, which is like the biggest where Santa lives.
Okay.
Is the big top portion, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's Yukon and Alaska.
Okay, because I was almost thinking like, was it in America where we have the Midwest, which is a bunch of states? No, the territories are their own thing.
Yeah,
and
provinces
then
and
the
provinces are big. Like provinces kind of are, the
Huge.
same idea as like a state. Like they're
Okay, yeah.
big.
Yeah.
But they kind of like go like long. They're tall and skinny, I guess. Is how if you looked at it on a map, as
guys-
opposed to being like little more
And you
different
guys use
shapes.
Celsius or the metric system?
Celsius, not Fahrenheit.
Yeah. Okay. Well, America's the only one that's doing Fahrenheit these days.
Yeah, and we like there's also just like weird things like we use pounds, we don't use kilograms.
But okay. I will say though, if there's one thing like, I could switch to kilometers all day long. Okay, over mileage. The one thing that does make sense to me is Fahrenheit. Like when it's 100 degrees, it feels like 100.
But then tell me why. See, and I disagree because 0 is freezing in Celsius.
Okay, yeah.
0 should be freezing.
Um,
When you go -1, like 1 degree Celsius is going more and more freezing.
I mean, sure.
But I understand what you're saying. 100 degrees, you feel
when
it.
it's 90 degrees, you're like, it's 90 degrees outside.
Yeah.
It's hot.
Well, that's
day.
like 35.
Yeah, and I feel like if on a day where it's 90 degrees, you're like, oh, it's 35 today. Baby, that number feels low for the heat. Am I wrong? That's the only
No, I get
one
that. I
where
get
I'm
that.
like,
But I still think the freezing temperature should be 0.
Maybe we just redo the whole thing.
I think we should. I don't like that pod.
do the
Should
world temperature.
redo the whole entire thing.
World temperature.
Yeah, and about the fact that we don't have like paper $1.
Yeah, they're unrippable? No, you have coins.
We have coins. Do you remember what the coins are called? I've told you this before.
July.
What?
I don't know. They're called
$1 are called loonies.
loonies.
Because they have a loon on them.
Good. Oh, we love a loon.
And then we got rid of the $2 bill completely.
Okay, but here's.
And do you want to know what a toonie is?
A toonie?
A toonie.
Well, you just said.
Yeah, I
what
just
a
said-
toonie is. Let me guess, toonie.
It's a $2. Yeah.
But
And we have toonies.
I do. The only problem with that is tipping your drag queens.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. You need a loony paper so that you can tip a drag queen properly.
Well, and the
or a
thing is, you know what's
dancer.
really horrible, and I think this is horrible, and I think I've even said this to you before, is in Canada at strip clubs, you know how you go to Jumbo's here and you're throwing $1 bills or whatever if you go to a strip club, right? In Canada, people throw the freaking loonies and toonies at them. Yeah.
That's me getting hit.
Yeah, I don't like that.
That's me getting hit with a loony.
Yeah, loonies.
I mean, a toonie. It's probably bigger. That hurts.
They're
more.
bigger
Give
and
me
they're
a toonie.
two-tone. Like they're silver on the outside and then they have a gold circle on the
Well,
inside.
that makes sense. That's cute.
2 toonies.
Okay, that makes sense. But the tipping.
The tipping is weird.
That's hard.
It's bad.
What about tipping culture?
It's the same as here.
It is.
Yes.
Okay, good.
100%.
Yeah.
Because I worked in hospitality and like bartending and serving and stuff.
Because it's talk about controversial, but the whole tipping culture, baby, like just tip 20%. We tip 20% of its bad service.
Yes.
And we're like, my husband and I are like, got him. 20%. Wow. And then we go home like, I can't believe we just tipped 20%. We're awful people.
Oh, yeah. No, it's
tip.
exactly the same as in Canada. to America for
Yeah.
that.
And I'm like, oh, we'll go to Italy. But
There are
still
so many similarities, honestly,
Yeah.
and then also so many things that are different. But
It sounds
anyone
like-
who's never been to Canada, you should definitely take a little trip. Go to Vancouver. Go to Calgary for the Stampede.
I know. I almost went to Vancouver when I was in Seattle. I had a
Mm-hmm.
layover in Seattle, and it was like, a 4-hour layover was the shortest. So
Yeah.
I actually picked the longest one, which was 2 days, so that I just stayed in Seattle for free for 2 days. And then I was like, oh my gosh, Vancouver is like less than an hour. It's a little hop. It's like 30
close.
minutes. It was very close.
And from Seattle, you can take a ferry.
I didn't have my passport. So.
Oh, okay. You can take a ferry directly to Victoria from like the Seattle area, kind of over there.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah.
You can go see Hurricane Lorraine. She'll
Oh,
pick you up from the
boy.
harbor.
Is she in Vancouver? Or she's
Victoria.
She's Victoria.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that boat will take you from, you can take one from the States, literally like right there in Washington, to Victoria, Vancouver Island. You'd get dropped off in the inner harbor in downtown Victoria.
I wonder if they check your passports.
They would, because it's still
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Makes it
changing.
international.
Yeah, international.
travel,
Yeah. And then, I mean, from Vancouver, you would still have to take a ferry to Vancouver Island anyways, but you could just go directly there.
feels
as
like
opposed
the
to-
Americas. Because again, we are talking about the Americas,
Mm-hmm.
all the Americas. I mean, if you want to talk about all the Americas, we're going all the way down to the tip of Argentina down
Yep.
there. Argentina, Chile. Argentina's
Chile.
not the tip.
Chile.
Yeah.
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 I've been there. It's cute.
Paraguay.
Cute. So let's talk about. Oh, actually, I have one more little fun Canadian fact for you. What do you think the national sport is?
Well, my instinct says hockey, but your tone makes me think it is not hockey. Is this? Am I onto something?
It's not hockey. And everyone, everywhere.
Luging,
Thanks.
ice luge. It's
No.
is it ice? Does it involve ice?
It involves ice.
Ice. It involves ice. It's not hockey. Speed skating?
No.
No.
Although we are very good at speed skating.
I'm sure. Is it like Cool Runnings ice luge?
No.
Um,
Curling.
is it curling?
It's curling.
That's kind of what I was.
With the little brooms.
No.
You know when they go like
That is
this?
your international
Yeah,
sport.
our national sport.
national sport.
Our national
That
sport.
is oh, okay. I learned something new. Happy
I
Canada
knew.
Day.
I knew that you didn't
I
know.
knew.
Happy
Well,
Canada Day.
Yeah, I bet none of these people fucking knew unless
No,
you're
I just
actually
wanted to
Canadian.
educate. Yeah.
You guys.
And maybe I made some mistakes in there. I don't know. But
Okay.
yeah.
Now we're switching over. Now we're gonna switch
We got a
on
bunch
over.
of notes over here.
We're switching on over.
Howdy, partner.
Yeah. Well, this is. I can't believe you're about to give me. I know about America.
Okay.
I grew up in America.
Yes, but I'm always the one that comes with.
Yeah,
the
you did the-
facts.
you did the
And also, I'm
notes.
really fighting with this swimsuit right now.
Oh wait, is Brennan ready? No,
No.
not ready yet.
Okay.
Okay, let's.
So, as y'all know,
Are we gonna take a turn here, everybody? We're going a little south. We're gonna cross the border.
I gotta shovel that cattle.
Short a cattle.
She's
Bit of
back.
Corn.
4th of July is known as Independence Day. It's a
Correct.
federal holiday in the U.S. commemorating the Declaration of Independence.
That's right. 1976. Happy birthday.
It was not 1976.
I'm sorry, 1776, y'all. Sorry.
Which was ratified on July 4th, 1776.
Yes, it
I actually
was.
like doing the research on the American stuff because I
you
really
didn't- you didn't-
learning things. Yeah,
yeah,
because
you didn't grow up with-
we didn't
grow up with
like
that.
we knew very they taught us basic stuff, but
They
not.
taught us nothing about Canada.
I've heard that so many
That's
times
so
from different
facts.
people. That's why I wanted to make a point of having some notes for you.
Absolutely. Let me see if I can elaborate on some of these notes.
Yeah. So the Declaration of Independence wasn't actually signed on the 4th of July, but it was adopted by the Continental Congress on that day.
Why not?
Later signed by John Hancock and Charles Thompson on the first official copy.
Of course, absolutely.
Right?
Yes.
Here's some fun facts about America.
Terrible.
And these are more 4th of July
Okay.
specific. Do you know that Americans consume, and this is actually freaking disgusting.
Oh no, is it hot dogs? Hamburgers?
It's hot dog related.
Hot dog related. I knew it.
Americans consume 150 million hot dogs
On just the day.
4th of July.
Blah. But that's also like the only day I'll eat it all.
See, I love a hot dog, but it has to be in a hot dog situation.
I mean at a ballpark.
Ballpark.
At a ballpark.
Sports.
A hot dog is because
Sports and beer.
good.
Yeah.
But I love a corn dog.
See, I'm not into a big corn dog.
Love a corn dog.
You know what? If we ever go to Calgary and we go to a hockey game,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna get a pocket dog. Do you know what a pocket dog?
Don't know what a pocket
So
dog is.
at the Saddle Dome, which is the arena where the Calgary Flames play in Calgary, Alberta, they have pocket dogs. And this is really like when you think about it, it's Not good.
Okay.
So they have a bun.
Uh-huh.
It looks like, I don't know, like a regular bun. It's not cut in half like a hot dog bun. They basically stuff this like metal thing in it to pull out the middle
Oh.
to create a hole
Make a pocket.
for the
They make a pocket.
pocket.
And they put it in there.
No, to go
Make it very
in.
phallic.
Yeah, it's very that.
Americans are like, we'll just cut it.
Yeah.
We'll just cut it.
Yeah, and you put your ketchup and your mustard and your relish, whatever, in the hole before you put the...
All right.
Yeah, pocket dogs. We're getting pocket dogs.
We're gonna do a poll.
Who wants to...
Who wants a pocket dog and
Pocket
who wants a
dogs.
hot dog?
And maybe I'm wrong, like I've only ever seen them in Calgary.
Okay.
Maybe, or wondering if they're in places in the
Maybe
States.
it's like just a weird little cultural.
Maybe all the
mishap
Canadian
that
arenas have it, but not America.
maybe
I don't know.
nobody's told them yet. You can just cut the bun in half.
They just didn't know. They
just
lost
don't
the
know.
knife.
They don't know. They
They
lost,
lost the knife. The killer has the knife. Fireworks are a huge part,
Oh yes.
right? You've
got a-
talked about this.
I had a fun little firework.
Yeah,
Let's
and
talk about like it's different in different states. You can't, like where I'm from, Kansas. I'm from Kansas City, which is a bordering city. Half the city, and people will argue this, but like really truly, half the city's in Kansas City, Kansas. Half the city's in Kansas City, Missouri. They are technically two different cities, but they're also technically the same. Like, well, everybody from my high school is like 50-50 from each state. But in Missouri, it's legal to do fireworks. In Kansas, it's not. Like you could do smoke bombs and snakes and maybe sparklers.
okay. I feel like sparklers are pretty like...
Yeah, universal. I don't even know if they're considered a firework.
Yeah, because I mean, put them on cakes
They're
and
on
stuff.
cakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But David's from Florida, and he had never lit a firework. So last 4th of July was the first time we went together to
You
Kansas
told me
City.
this, I think so, yeah.
And I'll never forget, we landed, and I was so excited because I haven't done a 4th of July in Kansas City. It's I mean, we had bottle rocket wars.
This is a nightmare to me because I hate fireworks.
We shot Roman candles at each
Nope.
other.
Nope. I'm inside hiding.
We had so we land, and like the airport to my mom's house, wherever we were staying, all the fireworks stands you can go. Actually, yeah, and there's some parts in Kansas City, Kansas, Wyandotte County, you can get fireworks there. So it's just like different.
Yeah, there's different rules in different counties and
yeah.
different cities and stuff like that. But
And
yeah, I
we went,
hate them. I
and
hate them. I've
I
never
was
liked them.
Like a kid in a can, because I haven't been to the fireworks stand. They like put up big giant tents, and it's just like rows and rows. You get a basket, and I was getting all the classics and I haven't done this in.
And they come in like packages, right? Like,
yes, like you get. I mean, and also
blow
it's
up a house with
the
this
last
thing.
time
Like,
that
it's
I
crazy.
went
Like
to a fireworks stand-
huge, like $200 packages.
Oh, we'll get to that.
Okay.
So I'm also like I haven't. I think I was 22 the last time I was in Kansas City for the 4th of July, and I'm a struggling 22-year-old. Like now I'm in my 40.
That's the new saying, by the way.
I'm in my 40.
Yeah.
No, so this last year I was 39. Anyways, I now have like money. I can afford to buy these.
And what do we
things.
love?
Money. I can afford to buy a box of smoke bombs. I can afford to buy all the
Super duper
tanks,
triple X tanks pack of...
tanks and like Roman candles, and I just is going ham. And I load up my basket, and we get to the thing, and my mom's like, "I'm buying this round." And I was like, "Oh Jesus Christ, I'm
Mary.
living." So I mean, I had a box of fireworks. David's
Goodies.
and I just
Loot.
and I just got the classics. I got snakes because I had to see a snake. But you could.
You'd never seen...
I just don't know if he like David also just never cared. He's like a Boca Raton Jewish.
True.
He just never.
Maybe it just wasn't a thing.
It just wasn't a thing for them culturally, and so I was like, I just couldn't wait to light some. And he lit some fireworks, fountains. Oh my gosh, parachutes. You know parachute?
I don't know.
You don't know parachute? A parachute is you light it and like it shoots up in the air, and it like a parachute opens and it's like a little guy that comes down.
What?
And and the whole thing is like catch the parachute.
See, I know snakes.
Yeah.
I know firecrackers because...
smoke bombs.
Smoke bombs I know. Firecrackers I know
fountains.
because assholes when I was in junior high school would chase me and throw them at me.
Yeah, well,
I didn't like that.
if-
Traumatized for life.
I would be doing it if we had him here, just because it's fun.
And Roman candles, I know those because I've also had people try to shoot me with Roman
But
candles.
you don't know a tank.
No.
A tank is a green thing. It's this big. It's about as big as like your hand, or
Okay.
even smaller.
And that's why it can blow your hand off. That's why I don't like them.
No, this thing, you put it on the ground. It has wheels, and you shoot it. I mean, you light it, and you step back, but then it goes. And they either work or they don't. Or like it either rolls or it doesn't roll. But it rolls like
half a foot.
6 inches. And then it goes, and it shoots off little things, and it's very underwhelming. But I'm like, David, you have to do what takes.
Just one. Just try it.
But it's also all these new things that they have for fireworks. There's new ones every day. There's a poop one that the kids love. It's like a little poop emoji, and you light it, and it shoots off, and then all of a sudden it's a snake, and so it's like poop coming out, and the kids just love that kind of stuff.
I hate it.
It's hilarious.
See, and I think in Canada they in school like had us watch so many videos about like don't play with fireworks. Your hand will get blown off,
Yeah.
And I feel like that plus the trauma of literal children throwing and chasing me on the fields at school with things.
They've also changed fireworks. When I was a kid, like
I don't know.
the
I don't
wicks
like
were so fast, and now the wicks are like these green wicks.
Longer.
They're slower. You have more time to get away.
I don't like it. Still.
And then let's get to so I got all my fireworks, and I made David do some, and also my niece's birthday is the 3rd, and we flew one on the 3rd, so we surprised him. And what we did was like my sister goes, look out the window, and it was below the windowsill, and there's smoke bombs going.
Aww.
And then we popped out from the smoke, and they
Magic.
did not know what to do with themselves. But then let's talk about the big stuff, because also
The classics.
the average human can buy $500
Things.
set. I mean,
which is
$500
insane because
people spend thousands and thousands of
but
dollars.
I don't think that a lot of people should have access to
Oh
that.
no, they should not.
Especially on the 4th of July when people are having some cocktails on the boat, on the pontoon
Well,
boat.
in Kansas, we don't have to worry about the boat.
But you have to worry about the dry land.
Yes. And so my brother lives in Shawnee, Kansas, and they had just legalized like fireworks in their county 3 years ago. So we went over to his house at night, and it's like every third house is shooting off.
That's insane.
The stadium fireworks, and they're going off. I'll put a video from last year. They're going off
I don't want any of that.
right next to you, and David's like, "It's like a war zone in here. This is fucking crazy." And I was like, "Oh, America."
And I think I just don't like the sounds too, the really loud ones. I'm
There
not a
are
fan
loud.
of.
There's
Yeah.
missiles, which is 25 little things, and it just goes, "Zew, zew, zew," and it's the loudest and most unnecessary thing, and it's all for
America.
the eagle, the United Bald Eagle.
The States of America.
And I'm an Eagle Scout, so there's a little fun fact for America.
And I got a thing on
that's
here
my
too.
fireworks things. David did fireworks last year, and some are small and some are just too big.
So here's another little fun fact about the firework thing. The first official 4th of July celebration with fireworks was actually in 1777. So they stayed back a while.
Well, 1777 is the year after.
Yeah, to commemorate
sense they wouldn't
the
do it
first anniversary of the Declaration.
Yeah, it makes sense they wouldn't do it that
I just
day.
didn't really realize that fireworks dated back that
That's
far.
actually crazy. I'm trying to. Well, it actually does make sense because it's funny because this is a Chinese invention, fireworks.
Yeah.
And we use them in America for our celebration, but fireworks go back.
Yeah, but I guess I just never thought about it.
You just don't think about
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
And it's been a federal holiday since 1870, and it's also celebrated in the Philippines.
1870
1870.
is when it became a federal holiday?
Yeah.
That is fascinating. Okay, go ahead.
It's also celebrated in the Philippines. Marking the end of colonial rule.
Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Also, a little fun fact about the flag. The 50-star flag was actually designed by a high school student.
Betsy Ross.
Well,
No,
that's
she did the 13.
Robert G. Heft from a school project in 1958.
Okay, yeah. Because Betsy Ross did the original flag with the 13 colonies.
Yes, but that was
Francis Scott Key. There's another term. That's the guy who did, do you know our national anthem?
Sort of.
Do you?
Star Spangled Banner.
It is called the Star Spangled. Oh, say can you
see? And it's one of the most hard songs to sing, apparently.
awful.
It's very hard to sing. And people, some of the most talented people have tried to sing it, at sports games, and it hasn't been so good.
Fergie.
That was bad.
Roll the clip. Just kidding. We're not rolling the clip.
Nobody needs to see it. Was that where the gif of Cardi B doing this with the popcorn came from?
Oh, I don't know.
I think it was because it was a basketball game, wasn't it?
was a basketball game.
Okay, so maybe
yeah.
that was that. And speaking of
People are
Cardi
trying to-
B,
Oh my God. I mean, yes. Cardi B's new album is called what? Am I the drama?
And whose line does that, who said that line? Who's most famous for that line? Who belongs to that line?
Who is most famous for that line? Well, it's none other than our very good friend,
Kentucky's own Scarlet Envy.
Oh my God. And they came, Scarlet got to introduce Cardi on Friday night in
New York Pride.
That was
And
so cool.
to see her joy on that stage introducing Cardi B, I felt like a proud parent. Scarlet, we're so fucking proud of you.
I know, Scarlett, you have some great music. You two should, I don't know,
Collaborate.
collab in the studio.
And I think that I predict that we'll see more of Scarlet Envy with Cardi B. It's the collab that we need.
Yes, I mean that's also like that. In case you don't know, I feel like a lot of our listeners do, but Scarlet Envy was on Drag Race, and on one of her All Stars runs, she said something about drama.
Who,
blah,
me?
blah.
Am
And
I
she
the
goes,
drama? Am I the villain?
Am I the villain? Am I the drama?
Yeah.
And it's this
Viral,
catchphrase
very viral catchphrase.
that Michael Keaton did when he was Beetlejuice. So like people have been doing it, and then of course Cardi, it's so smart. It's a great album name, by the way. Is Am I the Drama?
Mm-hmm.
And we're just glad that she. Because also the gays kind of came after, like, how dare you, not honoring, not throwing
Mentioning, like, where
and
the-
it's like actually just give it a second.
Give it-
She
take a
announced on
breath.
Tuesday, and on Friday she.
Envy was there.
Yeah, like calm down, cancel culture,
But yes,
everybody.
congratulations to our girl, Scarlet Envy, because she deserves it. And I can't wait to see what's going to be next. And Cardi B, come on the pod.
Cardi B and Scarlett come on the pod together.
Come on here together.
But you talk about also like cancel culture and everything. Jeff Bezos' wedding
Just happened.
It just happened in Venice, and I mean, what, a $50 million wedding? We'll just say that.
They
But
rented out the entire city of
City of
Venice or
Venice.
something. But how do you rent out a whole city?
I don't know.
I have questions.
But Venice is also fun to visit once.
Yeah.
But also Leonardo DiCaprio is getting attacked because he was there, and it's like he's an environmentalist. And I'm like, everybody calm down. He went to a wedding in Venice. I would go too.
Yeah.
And it's not like he took 3 jets to get there. He probably just flew with a bunch of people who were coming from LA. Mm-hmm. And why is he there? And I can say this because I did not sign an NDA, but I worked at Leonardo DiCaprio's 50th birthday party. And who was there? Jeff Bezos.
Yeah.
And who else was there? Maya Rudolph. Come on the pod. I love Maya Rudolph so much. And it was the most star-studded 60-person dinner I've ever seen in my life.
Oh.
But like, why do we have to attack Leonardo DiCaprio
He
for
went to a
going
wedding, everybody.
to a wedding?
Was the wedding ridiculously over the top? Yes, but what else would you expect? And also, like, I mean, the photos of everyone coming to the multi-day celebration and what everyone was wearing, and even the wedding dress, like, everything was exquisite.
The wedding dress,
And
wow.
yeah, reproduction of Sophia Loren.
But you guys, like, not everything's cancel culture. Not everything has to be fucking.
Let some people have a little fun.
Like, who cares? Like, let him go to a wedding. Let him go to Venice. People are allowed to do that. I'm tired of it. Leave him alone.
And with that said, that's kind of the end of my education
That's the
on
end of education.
the 4th
Yes,
of July.
we have Venice. There was something else I was going to bring up that was pop culture. I know I had to bring up that Venice
Oh.
wedding. What?
Anna Wintour stepping down from Vogue.
Oh my God.
I'm not okay.
And did you see it's Anna Summer? No, wait, that was a joke. I just realized it was a joke. I just
Where did you
realized
hear
that
it?
somebody goes, Anna Summer is taking over. And I'm so dumb because I was like, oh, another Anna. And I just realized it's
Summer
Anna
and
Wintour.
Wintour.
I'm so stupid. Oh my
Dumb.
God.
But here's the thing. She's stepping down as editor-in-chief, but she's also still staying with Vogue. She's just taking on less responsibilities and doing
Girl,
like smaller
you've
things.
done enough.
You've done so much. Like how long was she there? Like 30 years?
37 years.
37 years. Yeah.
37 years.
Something insane. I mean, she's an absolute icon, and the things she's done for fashion and is insane. So congratulations on a career. Well
Yes,
done.
Congratulations, Anna
We love it.
Wintour. Absolutely.
On all the
Sit
best of
back.
luck, and please take some time off and have some fun.
Take a nap.
Take a nap.
I mean, she'll probably still do Met stuff, right?
Oh, I think so too. 100%.
yeah. And also, if she doesn't want to, fucking don't.
Don't. But I think that she will because that's her baby.
Also, yeah, of course. But like, also, like, just like you can chill.
Live
Like,
life.
Let people
go to
retire.
Bora Bora. I don't know.
Let people to retire. Go to Bora Bora. Let people retire. Let people go to a wedding in Venice. It does not have to. Everything is not the end of the fucking world. Also, some fun. Just coming up in July, we have some fun. We have good movies coming out. We have a new Superman. I'm excited about this.
I'm excited about Jurassic World.
Jurassic World and Fantastic Four. And
Yeah,
also, are you ready to get some comments on these fucking videos? That last Superman that we had with Henry Cavill, I love him. That is a man. But that interpretation of Superman was boring.
I don't even remember.
It was
That's how boring it was.
exactly. I'm sorry, but it was like he was omnipotent. He was indestructible. And I think he's a better actor than what they gave him. And I think that I'm excited for a new Superman, David Cornswet, who was in Hollywood. Mm-hmm. He was in The Politician. I think he so talented, and he looks like
He's
Superman.
such a Superman
The
guy.
first time you see him on screen, you're like, that's
a Superman. Yeah.
And I'm so glad it was him, because I think he's a talented actor. Looks the part. And also, just when I'm seeing and what I'm hearing is like, Superman has a personality now.
We love that.
And I need that.
We don't want a dry piece of, cardboard.
Man,
like,
I mean,
blech,
that's a well-shaped piece of cardboard that Henry Cavill.
Yes, but if the writing isn't right, you know what I mean? Like, it has to...
Yeah, it was just boring, and it was like, I mean, I know...
He can only do so much.
As I'm watching it in time, it was like the destruction of that city, I was like, who is he saving? People are dying everywhere. This is absolutely insane what's happening on screen. And it just wasn't fun to me, and the Snyder Bros are so, like... there's a world where all these things exist together. And it's this world that we live in. That exists, this exists, everybody just calm the fuck down. Am I talking to myself right now? Because
yes.
I'm getting heated.
You're getting heated.
I'm getting heated.
Well, I'm excited to see that. I'm excited for Jurassic World. I'm excited that all the summer blockbusters are coming out. I feel like there's going to be some new music and some things. Like
We're getting music. Am I the Drama is coming.
Yeah. We're getting 2 new songs by Taya Valkyrie.
We can wrap up this episode with a question. Just like, what would be your ideal plate for the 4th of July or Canada? What's going on your plate?
To eat?
To eat at the barbecue.
At the barbecue.
What are you drinking and what are you eating?
I mean, if I'm outside during a barbecue, and I think that this would go for either or, Canada Day or 4th of July.
All one. Yeah,
all one.
Yeah.
I'd probably have like a really cold Corona because beer and 4th of July, Canada Day kind of goes together. If I'm in Canada, maybe it's a Molson Canadian. Definitely a hot dog, maybe a cheeseburger, potato salad. No,
not for me.
Mac and cheese.
Yum, absolutely.
Do people do beans?
People do beans. People do beans.
I can do beans.
Are you doing refried or black?
Like the ones that taste like you're camping.
That's refried.
What is that?
Refried.
But refried is like
pinto beans.
They're in the can.
She's Canadian. Beans are I feel like definitely more American.
But refried beans, I think of as the mushy like.
Refried are mushy. It's pinto. You're thinking of pinto because we'll have them like, let's say it
like a maple.
Chipotle has pinto.
Yes, or you could, if you're going to the bean section at the grocery store, like in the cans, it'll say like maple bacon beans.
Store. Yeah, maple. Ooh, I love me some like jalapeno beans from Trader Joe's.
Yeah, so I think I would have like and then maybe some sort of like vegetable on the side. But maybe I've been eating so much veggies and dip all day that I don't eat it.
Yeah. Okay, so for me,
okay,
I'm definitely doing a Bud Light.
Okay.
I'm a classic Bud Light. That's water where I'm from. There's
water.
Bud Light takes me back home. It's my favorite of all the beers. I also I don't like the big beers, like the heavy ones.
Oh no, we've talked about that. We like light.
Yeah, I don't like the hops.
No, we're not having one of those like micro-brewed weird.
I might. Oh, you know what's also cute is my mom.
Bean-flavored beer.
The neighborhood that I grew up with in Mission, Kansas. Shout out to my Missionados.
Missionados?
Yeah.
Okay.
We have a little miniature parade, a neighborhood parade that goes like
there's parades.
We go in a 5-block radius. And it's just like all the kids come together. And it ends
that's
at someone's house.
cute.
There's hot dogs. And we just like 10 in the morning. So it's before you do all your other stuff.
The wholesomeness.
It's so cute. It's so wholesome. Like a fire truck comes from the city, like as part of it. And my family does it every year. All my nieces and nephews were there last year. So maybe I'll post a picture of that too. Like the kids just walk with their little flags. It's so adorable.
Cute.
But I know I had a half hot dog there, but that is not on my plate, my ideal barbecue plate. It would be definitely a burger.
Okay.
Cheeseburger, ribs.
I was going to say ribs. I just look on your face and
ribs. I want some chips. And I'm not talking like Lay's plain. I'm not a Lay. I need some barbecue chips. I need some sour cream and onion chips. Some chips.
Yeah.
And no vegetables because
4th of July.
Every 4th of July or just Kansas. When I come home, when I come back to
There
California.
is not a vegetable to be seen.
I come back to California and I'm like, somebody get me a salad. I need to eat greens. I feel like it's so scarce, but I love collard greens.
Okay, see, I've never been in
Or a
super...
chicken leg.
Like a turkey leg?
Turkey leg is Ren Fair. That is not 4th of July.
Or like Universal
But chicken-
Studios. That's what it reminds me of. By the Shrek ride.
Yeah. So ribs and chicken, like a chicken leg. My dad made the best barbecued chicken. So like that kind of
Some wings.
some wings,
Little drumsticks.
some wings. But like they're not buffaloed wings, which is fine because it's 4th of July, whatever, America. They didn't have buffalo sauce back in
the day.
Benjamin Franklin's day.
Yeah.
So that would be. So I hope that you get your ideal plate.
What's your dessert going to be, though?
Oh, another Bud Light.
I was like, I want some apple pie.
Oh, some apple
Some sweet American apple pie.
Well, I want some maple snow. I want some maple syrup snow cone.
Okay. I can't wait to make those.
Oh my God, we're gonna make them. So also everybody out there who's stuck with us for this episode, I hope you get your ideal
Favorite plate.
You know what? Comment. Think about it. Like you can't really comment on Spotify, can you?
Yeah, there's a comment section.
Oh, there is. Well, like, what's your plate? What's your plate look like?
What's your favorite drink?
What do we miss?
Yeah.
What do we miss? I'm not a potato salad girl.
Salad, but I like a little
pasta salad.
I was gonna say macaroni salad.
Oh, I didn't even think about macaroni. Sometimes I don't. Macaroni is just. It's like between the ribs and the chicken.
And that's
the
the thing.
hamburger.
All the little
I'm like, I
those
don't have-
side portions, like they're just like little tiny portions.
Yeah, sometimes I just don't have the plate space for macaroni.
And I'm full of ribs.
I'm going. Yeah, I'm going with ribs. So I hope everybody gets their ideal plate. I hope you don't blow off your finger or poke an eye out with your little fireworks.
Yeah, everyone please be safe on this beautiful Canada Day and on the 4th of July. Be safe, have fun, spread love, and
freedom. Freedom for all, everybody.
And everyone's right to pick whatever the hell they want on that plate.
That's right. Trans rights, motherfuckers. That's why they fought for us. On that note,
Happy Canada Day. Happy 4th of July. And thank you for listening to another episode of
I Don't Like That
Pod. Until next time.
Until next time, you guys.
I Don't Like That podcast is now available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.